Okay, everybody ready? Let's break. Okay, we're not going to break. No, thank y'all for coming. It's a big night for Corb and for us too, and just looking around, seeing all the faces. This is why Corbin is who he is. So thank you for coming. I thought we could just take a little bit of time to tell some stories. If somebody has a story about Corbin that's memorable, I've got one that is pretty good. We just moved into this house, and it's about sundown, and we're getting our going to get the mail. And he was, how old would Corbin have been?
Like 3.
Pretty young?
3.
Yeah, 3. So we get the mail, we're coming back, and the sun's setting, so our shadows are cast out, and he's kind of checking everything out, moving his arm. And so I kind of stopped. We have a little life lesson telling him about, shadows and what a shadow is, and it follows you around. And so he's kind of getting it, and so we start walking back to the house, and I said, "So where's your shadow?" And he goes, "Oh, it's back over back there." So anyway, I've got a lot of stories, so I'd like to open it up to other people. If you have a quick story about Corbin that's memorable and or just words of encouragement. Nate said he was going to read his letter out loud. So I've got one quick thing, and then we'll open it up. So this is out of 1 Samuel. It says, as Goliath moved closer to attack, David quickly ran out to meet him. Reaching into a shepherd's bag and taking out a stone, he hurled it in his sling, and it hit the Philistine in his forehead. Bear with me. The stone sank in, and Goliath stumbled and fell face down on the ground. So David triumphed over the Philistine with only a sling and a stone. And, Corbin's our David, and he's been equipped with the Holy Spirit. I think that's his sling, and you guys are a stone, so thank you for being a stone.
Well, I'm Corbin's grandma. For y'all that don't know, Corbin was born a month early, and he only weighed 4 pounds. He was so tiny that we stuck him in a stocking the first Christmas, and he fit. So it was pretty little, but he always had a smile on his face, always. And I can remember the first time we went to the sand hills, and for all you city people that don't know what the sand hills are, it's just a really big hill of sand. And we loved taking the grandkids there. And Taylor and Tail were older, and so Taylor was the first one to make it up this really, really steep hill. And Corbin was trying, and he would go a little ways, and then he'd turn around and look at us, and then he'd go a little ways more and turn around and look at us. And when he got up to the top of that hill, he threw his arms up, and he was so proud of himself. So, he's our champion, and we love him, and he's an amazing young man.
I think the first time that I ever met you was at Harvest, and it was my first time to ever serve in Kid City. And I think it was like 4 years ago. So you were like 10, 11, right? No, you're right now.
5, 6 years.
And I can honestly say I've never met a man of God that could lead kids that at that age like you could, and you've done nothing but grow and mature more and more. And I just want to encourage you in that you are a man of God, and even at 11, 12, 13, I could see that, and that's just who you are. And so I just encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, and stay on the path, and it's impacting people. And generations. Good job.
Well, my story's not quite as heartwarming as the last two. For those of you that know my dad, Jed Thompson, Corbin came over to our house, and Dad started grilling a little bit. We found out a few things that we could say were pretty shocking. First of all, he'd never been to a Texas Tech baseball game. That was a problem. We fixed that one. Number two, he'd never heard of John Wayne. And we were sitting there, we were like, you don't know who the Duke is? And he was going, no, who's that guy? And my dad had a couple of choice words over that matter. You know, sitting there, may or may not have insinuated that he could not grow up to be a true man until he knew who John Wayne was. And so we had a little bit of a John Wayne-a-thon the first time Corbin came over to see us, and he now knows who John Wayne is, and my dad gave him his stamp of approval. He can now grow up to be a man.
I got two. One's encouragement. One is when you rode the fattest horse.
I knew you were going to
We went on a camping trip up in New Mexico, and I rode a Clydesdale, which is already terrifying enough. So I'm up about 25 feet tall, and here comes Corbin riding. Just this, I mean, he's doing splits. So we called him Little Frodo. And I'll tell you this: there are two types of men. There are men who are called to follow and do it well, and there are men who are called to lead. And you're called to lead. And I see that on you, and lead well, because that's what God has put on you, is to lead. And I'd follow you any day,
Well, I guess I have one, and I guess mine can. It's not really a story. It's just, man, Corbin's been my bud since, I don't know, what, 6, 7, 8 years? Long time. And he's been there when it's been hard, and whenever we've had deaths in the family, and he's always been the guy to go when I have a hard time. He'll be my, I don't know, since I'm younger, my friend who's like, I'll pray for you. I got your back. Don't worry about it. God will help you get through this. So, thank you for that.
I have one. I'm just kidding.
Selfie.
No. Okay, so Chad, every time he goes out of town, he tells Corbin, he says, now you're the man of the house. Take care of your mom and your sisters. And he takes that very literal. And he does such a good job. And in the mornings, Chad and I drink coffee together. That's our time together. And it's our favorite time together. Well, I set myself up for that one. Anyway, so Corbin, this is about a year ago. Daddy left, and he set his alarm for 6:30. And got up and drank coffee with me both mornings, and you didn't know how much that meant to me, but it meant the world. And that's just who you are. You're so thoughtful. You're so loving and so kind, and you're such a good brother. And you take care of me, so that tells me you're going to take care of your wife and your kids so well. And I'm so proud of you. And I love you.